going to go ahead and bring in some Overwatch gameplay. Looks like the map that we are on is going to be Busan, and the mode should be Control, if I'm not wrong. I believe that, again, due to the break, our Overwatch team is suffering some subs. Maybe 1 or 2 people are subbed in for their normal slots. They are going up against a pretty strong team here, so it is going to be very interesting to see how they manage to play this out. Overwatch, for those who might be unaware, is a hero shooter. It's one of the 2 hero shooters. Whenever you talk about hero shooters, it used to be Overwatch and TF2. Now there's Marvel Rivals as well. And TF2 is kind of fallen to the wayside, not going to lie. But it is a hero shooter. You play heroes, like my GOAT Bastion, who have abilities and ultimates that you build up over a game. And whenever you pop them off, you go off and you do your thing. Hero shooters usually come with a set of fairly normal game modes. It's usually point, payload, and then point payload, and then multiple points. Those are like the general hero shooter game modes that you'll end up seeing inside of any of these types of games. Not fully sure when we will be getting into this. I was suffering some technical difficulties finding my way onto the stream because Overwatch doesn't like it if you don't have a phone number attached to your Battle.net account, and our Neumont account doesn't have a phone number attached yet. So I'm on my personal account to cast this game for you. Looks like they're swapping players around. I'm going to take a nice sip of untitled, unmarked beverage. If you want to be the beverage that I am drinking, sponsor us. You won't be untitled, unmarked beverage. You'll be insert beverage here. That being said, not really sure when we're going to get into this game. They're still trying to swap those people around here. I'm very interested to see what their comps are going to look like. It seems like we have Albigoat and Goat Nuggets on the team. Last time that I streamed them together, they managed to pull together a very nice and clean win. It'd be very interesting to see if they could do that again. I believe Albi is a tank main. We saw them playing Ramatra. I think that's the name of the tank. I'm not too versed with the newer Overwatch things. I haven't touched the game since it became Overwatch 2 and then Overwatch again. That being said, I know a lot of the old champs. The last champ that I remember them adding was Echo, and I don't think I've seen an Echo. That's not true. I have seen an Echo played in Overwatch 2 when I was casting last year. But outside of that, I have not seen Echo basically at all. Jetpack Cat should hopefully be legal now. I hope to see some Jetpack Cat. That, honestly, if I was ever to pick up a true secondary, it would have to be Jetpack Cat. I mean, I'm a Bastion main, and then I pick up the Jetpack Cat. Perfect. Peak. Yeah. Kind of just waiting to get into this. Not really sure what's taking the time here. Sounds like they're trying to do bans. Gonna be interesting to see what bans are. Hopefully Jetpack Cat isn't banned. I've not actually seen any Jetpack Cat gameplay yet, but I've heard that Jetpack Cat is a great character that does great things. Like the Bastion Sentinel, where you get a Jetpack Cat, a Mercy, and a Bastion together, and you fly around with that Bastion in turret form and just wreak havoc. Still trying to do bans here. I think their team is discussing. I thought we were a lot closer to starting because last time that I casted Overwatch, they did the bans before I got in the lobby, so. Looks like the first map will not be Busong. It will be Lijiang. Lijiang Tower. Oh, it's the tower. I love the tower. A lot of funny places to boot people off on this map. I hope we get to see some funny gameplay going on with that. Maybe the Jetpack Cat will throw their own teammate off the map. I don't know. Peak content. I don't know what to tell you. That being said, again, kind of just waiting for things to go by, waiting for the game to get started. Not really much more to say about it. We've seen basically the same comp, give or take a couple characters from Neumont basically every time. Cannot remember what it is, but last time we saw a lot of big plays from their Mei. So many big Mei ults the last game that I casted for Overwatch. Hopefully, maybe, we might be able to see that again. Once again, kind of just waiting for things to go by, for the time to pass, and for us to get into the game here. Not too much for me to say. They ban Ramatra. Good ban, honestly. That Neumont has been playing so well on Ramatra recently. Who is Neumont going to ban? That's the real question. We ban Kiri. Kiri is the weird fox girl, isn't she? I'm too old for this. Nah, I think Kiriko is the fox girl that like came in with the introduction of Overwatch 2. Ken Ramen and Love Grim, thank you for the follows. Looks like they are readying up now. Should be good to get into this game any second now. Oof. Excuse me. From what I saw in the chat, apparently Montevallo has a lot of high-ranked people on their team. Neumont was kind of talking about how Montevallo might have been better placed up a bracket considering how many Grandmasters they have. I don't know if any of that's true. I just know that that's what I was reading. Now arriving at Lijiang Tower, looks like we will be getting into this. Did I get the right sides? I got the right sides. Let's go. Yeah, Lijiang Tower is a pretty fun control map. You have this tower here with plenty of space to launch people right off the map. And I believe there is another point of control that has a lot more room as well to just absolutely take advantage of those environmental kills. It's a lot faster to just knock someone off the map one time, they're gone, rather than try to mow them down for all of their health while their healers are on them. 2 seconds left. Looks like we are getting into the game.
Plan to win.
I can't remember how you go first person versus third person. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, Goat Nuggets on Bastion. I love to see a Bastion. Overwatch isn't a third-person shooter, is it? They didn't, like, make it a third-person shooter because that's what Marvel Rivals was doing, right? No clue. I imagine it's still first-person. I just cannot figure out how to get into first-person. That's fine. Looks like Montevallo are the first people on point. And they have a Reinhardt. I've talked every stream about how I've wanted to see a Reinhardt, but it has not happened. Looks like it is our time. Goat Nuggets hopped off of Bastion and onto Mei instead. Makes sense. They were playing very well on Mei last time. Montevallo also has a Mei. Neumont almost finding a pick on the Mei there, but not quite getting it off. Ooh, they managed to separate the Orisa with the Mei wall there, but they managed to still live just barely with all that health. They take down one from Montevallo, but it's a trade tank for tank. As Bayfly is looking like they're about to go down here, managed to get back with their healers just in time as they take down the Juno on Montevallo's side. Finding a third there, Anna. Both their healers are down. It's just that Mei left on the point for Neumont to defend. Reinhardt returns, but is probably going to back up to try to save some face here. Excellent push from Neumont there. They found some good picks and managed to get Montevallo off of the objective. Not Montevallo. Neumont managed to find the Ana. The Juno finding the Ana through that Reinhardt shield there is very unfortunate for Montevallo. That's going to make it hard for them to push until that Ana comes right back. Looks like Montevallo is rotating for a different kind of push here. Makes sense. Neumont is holding this choke very well. trying to keep Montevallo back, but this Orisa runs up to the Reinhardt, gets anti-healed by the Ana, goes pretty low on health, gets ulted and goes down. That's 2 down from Neumont, Bayfly, and Albie going down. But GameGrid comes back, finds 2 themselves before Neumont gets wiped, unfortunately. Team kill from Montevallo there. Good work, Montevallo. Overwatch Stadium has a third-person view, I think. I know that during the stream, I accidentally went first person at some point. Speaking of the devil, figured out how to go first person now. I prefer a first person view in general. It's more like you're watching the player. Orisa absorbing some of the Mauga bullets there as Neumont is trying to find their way in. Bayfly rotating around, trying to get something. Orisa starting to get low. Tries to get on the point and do something there, but a Reaper ult finds 3 with the Ana getting the tank there. Neumont, the entire team going down once again. Looks like they have no ults up and are going to have one more chance to push onto this, but Montevallo has Ana ult, not Ana, sorry, Mei ult up and ready to just take everyone down. Yeah, Mei ult goes out here, 90%. I'm not sure that Neumont can make it to the point in time. Montevallo is all the way back there, bullying all of Neumont again as they all go down. 97, 98, 99, 100. Good round. Montevallo finding the first secure. Try spacebar. I found that out right before you said that. Pretty fun time. Pretty fun time. For new viewers, by the way, there is a required 90-second delay on the stream. So I will respond to you roughly a minute and a half after you say something in the chat. Moving into this next round, it seems we have a Sigma Ana. I have no idea who this is. Who are you? No clue. Reaper and Bastion going on to this next tower. And they have basically the exact same comp they ended off on last time. Mauga pushing pretty far forward, trying to find his way onto the point. Managed to get on this Bastion, hopefully trying to do something here. Reaper also pretty far up, trying to find something on these Montevallo people. Maywall comes out. Bastion almost goes down a couple times there, but the healers are on top of it. Mauga rushes in, manages to get in, finds the Bastion and the Reaper there. Neumont is looking in a bad position here as their Ana goes down as well. Same with, not sure who this hero is. Does it say? It does not. Sad day. Doesn't quite go down, but Albie does on Sigma over in the corner here. Bad start for Neumont. Great start for Montevallo. Mauga, again, just absolutely raining down bullets as the Mei from Montevallo manages to find the Ana through the gap there. Wonderful, wonderful play from the Mei. Yeah, this Mauga, again, just trying to mow people down, trying to make sure that they cannot get through this choke. As Neumont just slowly wants to push up, but it's going to be hard for them. They managed to find a pick on one of them. Sigma out here putting in the work, trying to get this Mauga down. Bastion goes down. It's 2 for 2, Neumont to Montevallo, but Neumont still has their healers up, and they might have the opportunity to get something done here. Sigma trying to stop this Mei. I'm not sure if their absorb works on the Mei beam. Mauga finding his way back in. Mei has ult up. Neumont has Bastion ult as they're trying to find something. Mei ult comes out. Bastion goes into turret form but goes down. That's a big Mei ult. Finds 3 freezes. 3 free kills from Montevallo off of that Mei ult. Sigma also goes down. Same with our Pharah in just a couple seconds here, as Neumont is looking in a bad spot for this second round as well. Montevallo has just been playing so wonderfully around these chokes. Yeah, we see a trade-off for Tracer. Makes sense. They need to get onto the point to try to get some of that overtime. Maywall comes out as the... not sure who that was. as they go down on point, unfortunately. Nano Boost gets administered, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Neumont to win this here, as they are all going down one after another. Reaper ult comes out again as Neumont is just forced back. They have lost the second round, and I believe the last of that control. Great play from both sides there, as Neumont and oh wait, play! I forgot that this game actually has play of the game. Peak. Too bad they have a patent on it. Yeah, this Reaper ult was so big, it makes sense that it was play. They immediately find 3. The Ana found 1 before, and then the Nano boosted Reaper just came back in to find that last person. Yeah. Oh. What? Okay. Back to webcam. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Neumont could have done differently there. I feel like they were kind of just getting outplayed by Montevallo. It's not like their tactics weren't working. It's their tactics were just being run over. They were doing the right stuff, just they couldn't find it the right way. Especially with how many times Montevallo was finding picks on their healers and other people. It's just so hard to try to play the game. That being said, we saw a lot of interesting changes there. I know that Montevallo played Rhine at the beginning, which I've not seen a Rhine played. It might make sense for that map, given Rhine's charge can be pretty effective in my memory of Overwatch to kill people on that map if you're good at using it, because it has a set distance that you go, and they keep some of that momentum. So if you charge at the right place at the right time, it will just send them off the map, and you'll be perfectly safe. That being said, we saw the change off to Mauga. Mauga has a dash as well, so pretty interesting tank player on Montevallo here. Moving into this next game, it looks like our map will be Midtown, whatever that means. Hope that means something to someone out there. Grand Central Midtown looks like it is a hybrid map, and looks like we ban Reaper. Makes sense. That Reaper was putting in a lot of big work. Think they're working on swapping? Maybe? No clue. Yeah, looks like they're trying to swap something. Not really sure what, but they are looking to swap. Yeah, no, that Reaper was putting in a lot of big work, and Neumont kept trying to find plays by like swapping off onto Pharah and all of these other champs, but it just didn't work out for them. They just couldn't find their way in. They couldn't find the kills. They were just straight up getting outplayed, and that happens sometimes, especially when you're playing people that are better than you. Going to be interesting to see if they can find something in this next game mode. It is a hybrid, which means we will be on a point and then a payload. And I believe it swaps sides, so one of the teams will attack first, the other team will attack second. Whoever gets it further in the amount of time allotted will win. Yep, looks like they are swapping out some of their players again. So it's gonna be a second till we get into this next game. Yep, they're just setting it up, making sure that everyone is in the place that they need to be. I'm running out of stuff to talk about in that last game. Mauga, am I right? He goes, but he's like if Bastion were a tank. Maybe I'd like him. Maybe I should pick up Overwatch again. Maybe I should play this game. Yeah, going into this next map, I know that Neumont has played pretty well on a lot of hybrid game modes before, but they had Ramatra, and I'm not sure how Overwatch bans work, but I'm pretty sure Ramatra is still banned. And Ramatra being their main hold on those chokes was pretty big for Neumont. So the fact that they don't have him means that they might be a lot weaker moving into this control game mode. I think they are still trying to work on getting those people swapped. So we are just in kind of a waiting period. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out what's happening. Midtown might be a map that we've seen. I don't think I've ever seen this map before, though. So going to be interesting to see how it plays out, how the teams go into this. I want to see Jetpack Cat. I'm not sure if they're legal yet, though. I know that Overwatch, unlike Siege, has rules that say you can't play characters within a certain distance of them being released because they want to get rid of the scuffed. But Overwatch has those rules, and I think they've gotten up. We are getting into the game here. I believe Neumont is still on this side. Yep, should be good for that now. All right. Let's take a peek at this map real quick. We have not seen this map. I think I've seen it in the trailers, though. Yeah, it's like a New York City street or something along those lines. I think that's the line that they're going to push down. Maybe. No clue. No clue. We'll find out here in a second. Oh, is this a dual push? What? Why are both teams getting released at the same time? No clue. Are they not? Okay, no, they're not. It looks like Monty Vallo will be getting push first, and then Neumont will be getting push second. Neumont is on defense right now.
I think you're still planning on it.
Ramatra is not still banned because they pulled out the Ramatra. That's really interesting for Overwatch to work that way. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
5, 4, 3,
Ooh.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Yeah.
A.
So Neumont is going to be trying to defend this point as Montevallo comes through. You see this Ramatra up and ahead, almost going down, but manages to just barely live there. That was really, really close to Neumont's tank just immediately going down. Looks like Neumont finds their Ashe, almost finds their Cassidy, but he manages to just barely live. Do they have a tank? Is this their tank? I'm not sure what she does. But it looks like this is their tank. She has these weird diamond shields. Pretty interesting tank. They have the Kiriko back too. Makes sense. Ramatra pushed up and forward, trying to beat some people down. Popping their shield for shield. Managed to break down some of that shield's lining and start lighting up that tank once again. But nothing seems to be coming of it so far. Neumont has been doing a really good job at holding this choke. Once again, when they have Ramatra, they are fairly good at keeping these chokes held down and out. That Maywall putting in the work, making sure that this Ramatra can just keep that pressure down on their Montevallo's tank. Montevallo slowly making space here as May almost goes down, manages to pop it just in time. Albi finds their tank, but Neumont goes down to their Cassidy. They still have both their healers up, but being down at DPS is an unfortunate situation, especially since I think they have the longer distance to travel. Cassidy stuns them both. Albi managing to just barely live once again. Crazy work from Albi there. Anna almost going down here to Montevallo. Yeah, Montevallo's tank trying to once again weasel their way and find that distance, find that pressure, but Neumont just doing a wonderful, wonderful job of keeping them back, keeping them separated. These May walls, that May ult managed to freeze the Ashe and get them down, but the Cassidy goes behind, manages to find one from Neumont with his ult, but goes down himself. leaving it 2 for 2. Neumont to Montevallo, but Neumont lost a tank, and they're about to lose a healer too. They're a healer down, a tank down, and it looks like Montevallo might find the point here with 1:30 seconds left on the clock. May using their ult to delay for as long as possible. Makes sense. That wall too. Putting in the work, making sure that they're delayed for as long as possible. Albion managed to find their way back onto the point, and this might be Neumont's chance. They have ult up and ready. They can find it, but they go down. Neumont trying to force their way onto point just didn't work out for them, and with 1 minute left on clock, it looks like Montevallo will be finding this first objective. They will now be pushing a payload instead of fighting for a point, as Neumont will have to try to stop them from pushing up and forward. We hear 2 ults go out there as Neumont is trying to find something here. Albion manages to find their Cassidy, but that ult on, I can't remember her name. It might be Sojourn. Didn't really work. The Ana ult did not help out as much as they were probably hoping for. Bob comes out here, basically adding a 5th person to Montevallo's ranks, but Neumont gets in and finds 3 of them down there. They did manage to take out both a DPS and a tank from Neumont, so Neumont is in a bad spot. This Ana too far back to heal, as they're just trying to find an opportunity to stop Montevallo here. Now that they have the payload halfway to the next objective. Cassidy coming up to kill this Ana here. Ana missing her sleep dart, unfortunately. May goes down to the Cassidy, but Ana and Albi manage to trade right back. Ramatra hopping down onto the point, hoping to stop it here. Neumont trying their best to be on this payload to stop it from pushing, but it's so hard with how much pressure Montevallo is putting on them with all of these shields and opportunities that Neumont just can't really handle. Albi getting separated. We see the May ult, but the wall just barely doesn't stop them. We hear Cassidy ult once again, finding 2 on Neumont. Big Cassidy ult there from the, from Montevallo. I think that just straight up gets them this next point. Albi trying to live, but being just in such a bad spot. They go down. Neumont losing 4 people maybe. Maybe their entire team might wipe. Looks like, yeah, they get a team kill once again. Montevallo just absolutely putting in the work and showing Neumont what it is like out here in Midtown. Juno. We love Juno. Juno's such a good healer. Sojourn just goes down immediately, unfortunately for Neumont. Ana in the backlines there is pretty low. Doesn't have anyone healing her. Finally, they pick up on it, but the Ana... the Cassidy finds the May as Ramatra gets the Ana ult. Cannot go in to find anything, though. Almost goes down a couple of times here already, and they're gonna go down if they can find it. They don't. They manage to find the tank in return as they get healed, finding 4 from Montevallo right as the payload is at the last point. Big stop for Neumont. Yeah, Montevallo's gonna look to get back on this objective, try to get that payload, that last little bit that it needs to be to go in. Albi almost going down as Montevallo pokes that corner. That would have been very unfortunate for Neumont having their tank go down that easily. Looks like they have big heals on the Ramatra here as they pop up their shields. May finding a poke on their Ashe in the backlines, getting a nice, fine pick on one of their DPSs, stopping their push for the time being. Yeah, Montevallo trying to regroup, trying to find an opportunity, trying to push forward and get through this choke point. They're having a hard time, though, as Neumont's starting to push it back more and more. Bob comes out. Neumont focuses Bob as Montevallo runs in, tries to find a pick. Cassidy finds Albie. May ult manages to find 2, but it's 2 for 3. Unfortunately for Neumont, it looks like they will be going down here. 20 seconds left on the clock. As long as they can sit on this point, they might be able to at least not let them have extra time. May cannot get her iceberg on the point. They're trying to run in and stop them from pushing it this last little bit. May hopping around this ult, being the little fly that she needs to be, as they kick Montevallo off of this objective with 5 seconds left. It's going into overtime. We hear Cassidy ult come out. Can he find anything? That's the real question. Cannot with the May wall. Managed to actually find Albie as they just barely poke. But it doesn't matter. Montevallo was down and out as the first round. They managed to get the first 2 objectives. And most of the distance on that final push.
Initiating match.
This is going to be a hard game to fight through for Neumont, especially with how difficult this final push is on this map. I believe their spawn is like right here. Yeah, the spawn opens right here, and the final push ends right here. It's like 2 feet of walking. It's such a heavy advantage to the defending team. Looks like we are seeing Symmetra. That's interesting. I have not seen them play Symmetra in a while. I haven't seen the Symmetra played in Overwatch in a while. We saw Sombra come out at some point. Wait, which one is which? This one's Sombra, or is this one Symmetra? I think this one's Symmetra. I always confuse their names. They're too close in my brain.
With a boss like yours.
And on the enemy team, we see the exact same picks on defense and attack. Kind of crazy work.
They are still a work in progress.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Neumont will be pushing out and trying to get through this objective here. And Montevallo will be handling this tough choke once again. Gonna be interesting to see if Neumont can put in more work to get through it this time than they did. Than Montevallo managed. Symmetra managing to find Cassidy there through all of that chaos. Big pick for Neumont, having a DPS down on Montevallo already. The Symmetra teleporter gets them all up top here as they find another pick on the Kiriko. That's big. Neumont has found one of their healers. They're hopping onto the objective, trying to beat Montevallo off of it. And they are succeeding as this Ramatra just forces its way through Montevallo here. But they come in through the back with the Ashe, finding 2 picks on Neumont. They were playing too far forward. They got a little bit greedy there, and Montevallo came in and took advantage of it. Kiriko goes down here, leaving Neumont with just this no healers on objective. They don't even get the first tick, despite how good that push was. That's the problem with greeting there. If you don't defend your backliners, you're going to be left in a bad spot. Montevallo gets a little bit low there, but manages to stay up and okay. Symmetra is still on the prowl here, throwing your turrets down, trying to camp this room here. The rest of Neumont once again hopping into this up room. I like this strategy. It's pretty interesting. I think Symmetra's ult is probably still the wall in this, isn't it? I'd imagine at the very least. Neumont finds a pick, but they get picked 2 back. Unfortunately for them, I think they're going to have to back off of the objective here with 2 minutes left on the clock. Trying to run, but Cassidy comes in and takes down Albie. They're going to have probably 2 or 3 more good pushes to try to find this objective. If they can't manage, then they're going to be left in a bad spot as the cleanup crew comes through and finds the Ana there. Yeah, they're watching this objective pretty tight here. Keeping it locked down. Ooh, through. The May manages to find the Ashe through their backlines once again. They have May ult up. The wall comes out. High Noon from behind. Will it find anyone? He's walking around the wall trying to get it. But the May manages to stop him just in time as Neumont finds a pick on Cassidy there. Ramatra runs on to the point, has ult up and ready. Will we see it pop? They don't even need it. They find 4 kills there. 5 maybe from Albie there, getting a team kill on Monty Vallo to take the point with 45 left on the clock. Wonderful plays from Albie there. I think they got 4 or 5 kills themselves there. They went to the backlines to deal with Cassidy and then ran up and killed everyone else that was on the objective. We're still seeing the Symmetra and this May playing out here. The Kiriko goes down trying to hop up on that side wall there. Not sure if that was the best play for Neumont here. 250 left on the clock for their push. They really do not want to be stopped here, but Monty Vallo is just forcing their way forward, forcing Neumont to start to back up after they found that pick. Can they take down the tank? They do. May is pushed forward. Triple kill. Quad kill. Once again. Insane work from the Ramatra here. Going from a 5 kill to a 4 kill for Neumont. Absolutely putting in the work. Just putting Neumont back in this game. Neumont is trying to do something here, trying to push up the objective, but Monty Vallo has already found their way back on and stopped them once again. Kiriko goes down once again from Neumont, dying to Bob from the Ashe ult. With both of their healers down, Neumont is in a bad spot. They are trying to back up. The May wall comes out, but Cassidy is finding them over the wall, almost goes down himself as they do manage to back up just enough to live. They really need to find this next objective if they want to have the time to get to where they need to get to. But it's not going to be easy. May hops in and then immediately icebergs out, realizing how bad that was. We see the Cassidy ult once again, trying to find someone here. Manages to get Albie with it! That's bad news for Neumont. They need their tank up. 2 down on Neumont as Monty Vallo has effectively stopped this push. With 1:10 left on the clock, Neumont needs to get into this game. They need to find some picks if they want to win this. But they are not looking like they're in the best spot to find it here, unfortunately. Yeah, we see Albie running in once again. All of Neumont teleporting in. We see the wall come out. We hear the billion ults just coming up from everyone here. It is an absolute mosh pit. Everyone ulting, everyone that can. Kiriko ult out on both sides as everyone runs in. They know that this is their last chance. Neumont finds 2, finds 3. Once again, the Ramatra putting in the work, finds a 4th kill. Can they get the last person? They don't need to. They know that they could just push this objective forward and get some more time on their clock. But with 1:42 left on the clock, will they have the time that they need to push this objective? That is the real question. They cannot get stopped again or they will be put into a bad spot. Ramatra finding a pick on the McCree, immediately going into this game, putting them in a good spot to push forward. Ramatra trying to stay up, stay forward, stop the rest of Monty Vallo from really doing anything here. But as Neumont reaches this choke point, it's gonna become a mosh pit once again. The real question is, can they stay up versus the rest of them? They need to not let their healers go down. The Ramatra and the enemy team's tank is trying to brawl in there, but the May goes down on the side of the Cassidy. It's just this... Neumont is down a player. It's a bad spot for them. Cassidy once again finds a pick on the Kiriko. Neumont is in a bad spot. 45 seconds left on the clock. They need to back up. They need to regroup. If they cannot, they will be out of this match. And it looks like that is exactly what they are trying to do. They will have one more good push to try to find this. And if they can't do it, that will be a bad spot for them to be in. They will be 2 wins down. and just absolutely left out in the dust by Montevallo. All of Neumont hopping up top here. They have the high ground, but is it enough to get them some picks? That's what they need to find. I have no clue. We see the Ryam hop down. They have the Ana ult on them. Can they find anyone? One of them is low. The Ashe in the back. They managed to find the tank from Montevallo. Bob comes out. Can Neumont take down more from Montevallo? Kiriko goes down on Neumont. This could be terrible for them if they cannot find some more picks back. The Cassidy manages to find some extra too. 3 down on Neumont. Can they find it in overtime? It's just the Ramatra left. They're trying their best to hold this objective, but I don't think they can. Neumont is in a bad spot as they go down just a little bit before the objective would be claimed, leaving it 2-0 Montevallo to Neumont. Montevallo is now on set point. Can they find it? Match point, not set point. Set point would be both teams have 2. Yeah, insane play. Just going in, finding essentially 4 or 5 kills there. Just absolutely wonderful play from the Ramatra. Moving into this next game, I'm not even sure what I want to see. Neumont played so well there, but Montevallo just barely held out more. If Neumont had even like 30 seconds to a minute more there, they might have genuinely had that objective. If they had one more good push, they absolutely could have found it. But Montevallo was so on top of it. Every single time Neumont was on any objective, they were there. Even when they got wiped, even when they got like floored in the beginning, they found their way around the back and retook everyone from Neumont with just a Cassidy pretty much. It was some insane gameplay from Montevallo. I can see why Neumont was talking about how high ranked their players are. They have such good communication and team play that it's just so hard to play around. When you take out 2 or 3 people from their team and still manage to lose, it's insane to think about what you can do to win in that circumstance. I do think that part of that was due to Neumont kind of egoing and greeting there, pushing a little bit further forward than they should have when their backline was eventually put into danger. If they had backed up and let off a little bit, I do think that they might have been able to maybe save 1 or 2 of those picks and maybe capture that objective 3 minutes earlier. And with 3 extra minutes on the clock, they absolutely would have been way further into this game and had a chance to win here. What is chat saying? It looks like Neumont is banning Muga, and map is Colosseo. Going to be interesting to see what the game mode for that is. I believe it is the dual push map, where you have the robot, and one team pushes it this way, and then the other team pushes it this way. It's a dual-sided payload, so instead of payload defense, it's just flat-out payload, basically. Looks like Montevallo has banned Jetpack Cat. That means Jetpack Cat is a valid pick in this game, and I'm not sure that we'll see it, given that this could be the last game of our match tonight. Montevallo has readied up. Neumont is the last person we're waiting on. We are getting into this game now. So as I briefly explained, this is how payload, this like split payload works on this map. You have a robot here. You push it, and as it pushes this wall forward and forward, you will eventually break through some of these objective points, like this one right here. When you do, you will get to push the wall more and more and more until eventually you reach all the way to your enemy's spawn. The wall will stay pushed forward, which will make the robot move faster in a given direction. But when it starts pushing that wall, it slows down a lot, leaving you a lot more opportunity to get jumped and taken out. Neumont's opting for a Tracer here. That's a pretty interesting pick. We see almost the exact same pick this time from Montevallo. Not at all. I'm sorry. Pick is their first game, I meant. But instead they have whoever this is. Again, Overwatch is adding so many new characters. I have no idea half of these people. They have a Reaper, a Doomfist, a Kiriko, and a Juno, though. And Juno probably being my favorite healer in this game. They just put in so much healing and DPS work. It's kind of crazy to not see them played last round for Neumont. Neumont pushing up and forward. I guess Kiriko is also the same way. Tracer trying to find something there, but goes down. I'm interested to see if they're going to hop off Tracer. It might have just been trying to find something at the beginning of the game. 2 down from Neumont already. Unfortunately, 3 down from Neumont already going into the start of this game. It's looking terrible for Neumont as everyone is just going down. Looks like they are sticking with the Tracer as they have found their way back onto the objective. Just so unfortunate for Neumont to go down immediately like that. Losing the lead and halfway to your objective this early in a 10-minute game mode is just so bad for the future of your game. Ooh, our May managed to find a pick on whoever that sword-carrying woman is. Crazy work. Yeah, Neumont is trying to find some more picks. This Reaper manages to stick up and out. Their Reaper goes down. Their Doomfist is caught out and behind. Neumont pushed pretty far onto objective here as the Doomfist doesn't wait for them to rotate around through the corner. I guess he knew they might not do it. Yeah. Ooh, the Tracer finds their Juno as they start pushing the objective. Their Doomfist and, who is it? Kiriko are just stuck way back there as the rest of the team is kind of just chilling on objective, trying to get it pushed out and forward. Looks like we're caught out, though, as our Brigitte goes down. I didn't even realize we swapped on to Brigitte. Albie getting low, managed to get saved by the Kiriko there, but this Sword Girl is putting in the work, finds our Kiriko, and is going to find Albie in tow. As they are about to break through the first objective. This is the fastest I think I've ever seen an objective go on this map. Neumont is just getting thrashed out there. They keep on trying to get in, trying to find something, but just cannot find anything. Doomfist trying to get on, trying to find something, gets picked off. This might be a chance for Neumont to do something here. Neumont pushing up and forward, finds a Reaper once again. They're trying to freeze this Sword Girl. She hops out. She has so much movement. That is crazy. I do believe they managed to find that first objective there, though, unfortunately for Neumont. Yeah, Neumont is trying to push up and push forward, but there Cassidy goes down as the Reaper and Doomfist just get on and find 4 from Neumont. All of Neumont goes down to the Reaper there. Crazy work from Monty Vallo as they just fully wipe Neumont and throw the gauntlet down. Pun intended. Yeah, this Neumont is just in such a bad spot. They are forced all the way back to their spawn while Monty Vallo is forcing this objective up. It's just such a hard game to play as this Doomfist keeps finding massive pokes. Big Male managed to find no one? They got out? I thought they were frozen for sure. They do find 3 picks off of the Male, 4 picks. Can they get a team wipe? This Sword Girl has so much movement. She is running out of there without a doubt. They do manage to take down 4 there for Neumont. So they are still in the game with 6 minutes left. They are not out of the game yet, but it's going to be hard to push it as far as Monty Vallo have been pushing it so far, especially when you have to cover the distance that they've covered already. Doomfist comes in, finds 1, Sword finds 2. Crazy work. Neumont is 3 down as everyone is just gone. Once again, another team wipe for Monty Vallo. It's cooked. Neumont is getting cooked out here. I don't know what else to say. I say it as I see it, and I'm seeing that Neumont is getting fried. I didn't realize that Monty Vallo were a team of shrimp, because the shrimp are flying this rice. Crazy work. Doomfist getting in the backlines of Neumont, trying to find a pick. They managed to almost take down the Kiriko in the backline here. They have ult up and ready. Neumont trades 1 for 1. Doomfist activates Meteor Strike, goes down, finds 1. Neumont is 3 down again, 4 down again, and they're 5 down again! Monty Vallo team wiping for a 3rd time this round. Absolutely frying Neumont. Crazy work. High Noon goes down immediately. No surprise. Neumont goes down again. 2 down, 3 down from Neumont. Once again, Monty Vallo just stopping them at all fronts, all spots. Nail comes out, finds literally no one. 2, 3 down. Once again from Neumont as they find the point and find the game. Good games, Neumont. Good games, Monty Vallo. Those were some interesting matches. Play of the game, Reaper, not surprised. They found some pretty big plays there. Is it the one where they got like 4? Let's count them. 1. Basically 2, the assist. 3, 4. Yeah. Crazy work. Good games, everybody. Well, with all of that being said and done, I don't have anything else for you guys. That was just some wonderful gameplay. We saw so many big and good plays there from both sides. The Neumont Ramatra just getting in there, finding those 5 kills. Insane. It's insane to see an ace in any game. Insane to see an ace in Overwatch. Vendetta is the Sword Girl's name. Nice. Thank you for that. I'll try to keep that in mind for next time. Yeah, some crazy plays. The Ramatra getting 5, and in that last round, them getting 3 team wipes on Neumont back-to-back is just peak gameplay. I'm not even gonna lie. Neumont getting fried, I don't care. Peak gameplay. Good job, Monty Vallo. That being said, I have nothing else for y'all. I've been Sky. I hope